Hi folks, this is Alan Tyson for Lee Hill and Johnston Insurers. Holy matchbox, Batman. What in the world was that we were playing in last Saturday night? The Kibbe ASUI Activity Center, also known as the Kibbe Dome, has been called one of the most unique facilities in all of the NCAA. Well, if anybody out there wants to argue that point, don't call me, I'll call you. Anyway, for whatever the reason, it took a while for our Bluebirds to get used to their surroundings last week in Idaho. After missing out on some opportunities to take the game over in the first 30 minutes, our Birds took a slim 16-13 lead to the locker room at intermission. But the second half belonged to us, as our offense reached pay dirt 4 times en route to a mauling of the mischief makers from Moscow by a score of 44-20. Other than a couple of touchdown receptions over the top by the nation's leading receiver, our defense was once again stellar, only allowing 111 yards on the ground. And let's not forget about the special teams. Our senior kicker was 3 of 3 on field goals. We blocked a punt, and on 9 kickoffs and a punt, only allowed 47 return yards. The victory pushed our record under Coach Willie Fritz to 11-1 when we rushed the ball over 300 yards in a game, and was our 9th straight conference win since joining the Sun Belt. Keep that pedal to the metal, Big Blue.
Big bad.
As for today, our Eagles again find themselves in a different time zone as they've flown to the banks of the Ouachita River in northeast Louisiana to take on Monroe. So far in 2015, the Warhawks are a little hard to figure out. 3 games into the season, they have played and lost handily to 2 top 15 teams in Georgia and Alabama, with their only win coming in a 47-0 trouncing of FCS opponent Nicholls State. So how good is this flock of feathered fighters from Fort Miro? Your guess is as good as mine, but I do know this. Our Birds are playing in conference on the road for the 2nd week in a row. They are somewhat banged up, and I'm sure a little confused about what time it is by now. On the other hand, ULM is probably still a little perturbed about what happened last year at Paulson. They are in desperate need of beating somebody in the FBS, and it's homecoming at Malone Stadium. On paper, this looks like a trap, but as my favorite old bald-headed man would say, that's why we don't play them on paper. Folks, sometimes things aren't what they seem. I'm sure our players and coaches fully understand the factors they face, and with next weekend being an open date, I look for us to pitch everybody we got, hit and run when the time comes, and lay down the squeeze if the situation calls for it, as our men in blue blister this bunch of ballistic birds from the Bayou State in a barn burner. G-A-T-A, Eagles.